What's up, everyone? This is FNH here with a brand new to talk about Sprizzy. I spent $50 on Sprizzy, so you don't have to. So this is my review of Sprizzy in 2020, and I'm going to talk about like what Sprizzy is, what I did, and what my results was. So Sprizzy is a online advertising agency, basically, where they promote your videos on YouTube, on Google AdWords, actually. So these are actual legitimate YouTube views that they do get you through Google AdWords. So they are like a advertising slash marketing agency, I should say, where they take your video, you tell them your needs and whatnot, and then they promote the video for you on Google AdWords. So they're not buying fake views, they're not buying botted views, where a lot of people for some reason think they are. They're doing none of those things. They're actually legitimately going and marketing your video for you on your behalf. They are charging you $50, or I think $30 is minimum, but whatever the price may be, I paid $50. And then from there, I'm assuming they take a specific commission, percentage and whatnot, and then the rest they market your video from that perspective. I did a test run basically with one of my videos for my podcasting channel, because my normal FNA channel does fairly well, so I try not to advertise it as much, and even if I do, I've made a separate video on how to use Google AdWords. I'm pretty good at that. I feel like I've actually grown my channel from those, so I feel like I'm good at that, so I try to just do it myself. But I did want to do this for someone who's not familiar with marketing, who doesn't want to do advertising themselves. I was like, you know what, I got you. I'll make a video. I'll test out Sprizzy, see if it's worth spending your money here, and then taking it from here. So at first, I tried two videos. I tried the coronavirus fears. This did not work because of, at that time, YouTube was very hesitant on promoting anything related to this. The next one, I was like, all right, screw this. I waited like a week. Nothing happened. I was like, screw this. The next one I did was a recession is coming, how to prepare, etc., etc. So I said, I will do this one. So now going into like the analytics of how this occurred, you can see like my flow of how things happen. Like I started with 800 views because I already had it like pushed out to my people, the viewers, my subscribers, my podcast listeners, and then you can see like, you know, it started like slowing down. Like I guess when I started to say promote it, it took about, as you can see, 6 days for it to pass or get approved for promotion. I don't know if this was on YouTube side. I know AdWords, it's slow, but usually to me 2 days, 3 days max, they approve it. Again, unsure why it took a little longer, but it took long. Anyways, you can see I was getting my usual 20, 30 views because my initial push happened. I already had other episodes of my podcast up already. People were watching that instead. And if FYI, if you're listening, all my podcast information is in the description if you want to go check me out and become financially literate today. So as you can see, so it got approved on the 3rd of April. It starts, and if you want to read, this is Sprizzy video plays, this is discovery views, commercial in-stream views, YouTube view counts, subscribers, likes, dislikes, and comments. So as you can see, so I got 477 here, 463 here, then 847, 847, 256, blah, blah, blah. You can see the subscribers here. I believe, yeah, that's the commercial in-stream views. The right side subscribers, so I got like 9 subscribers in total, which is pretty bad, I would say. And I got some 3 likes, 3 dislikes. It's pretty bad. Or actually, I don't even know how to read that. -3. I have no idea how to read that. Anyway, so yeah, you can see for $50 I got about 1,800 views, and I don't know if that's really worth it. Honestly, that's pretty bad. I've done much better, much better myself, and now I want to show you YouTube's perspective on how, and I'm going to give you a better view of why I don't think it's worth it. That's my answer, and you will see here why. So same thing, you see the spikes in views, 500, 210, 184. It's not the same as them, and then again it dropped to Again, it's like a dead video now. I still get podcast listens to it. On YouTube, I'm not that big, so not that many views over there. That whole time frame, I got 24 hours of watch time, which is disgusting. This is a 20-minute video. So you can already see that's not that high. It says 1,300 views here, where obviously it said 1,800 over here, just to pull back. 1,800 video views here, so that's another huge downfall right there and then. My audience retention is less than 2 minutes. That is disgusting. You can see my audience retention is just horrible. Like, they're not listening. These views, like, again, this is what's mainly manipulating this. It's not, people aren't listening to that. It's just dropping down. They probably just listen to it the first 15 minutes, sorry, 15 seconds or the 30 seconds of the ad, and then like it just plummeted down, and it's just basically, it's horrible. Like if this was more so like a 40-50%, I would have been happy. Like, yo, you know, people listen 10 minutes. I was like, people didn't even listen 1 minute 50 times. I didn't even get into the podcast yet. That's just not that good. And yeah, you can see like the likes versus dislike is bad for this channel compared to that. Let's see if I can view on YouTube real quick just to show you guys. Yeah, so 4 dislikes is not that bad, I guess, but more than the other episodes that I have. So yeah, you can clearly see that this video didn't do as hot as you would expect. This says 7 subscribers. Maybe I lost subscribers on it eventually, but yeah, it wasn't too hot. It didn't do too good, and you can see it explicitly. You can see it clearly here. It says YouTube advertising. This explicitly shows you these are not fake views. These are legitimate views that came from Google AdWords. Again, this is just to give people a sense of relief that these are not fake views. These do legitimately count towards your videos. It's just the fact that they're trash. They don't really mean much. If anyone's from Sprizzy is watching, I apologize, but it wasn't as hot as I expected it to be. I was expecting a better detailed report like, hey, you know, your video didn't do too hot. Maybe you got to fix up your content. Maybe we got to do something different. Maybe we got to do something better. Like, none of that happened. So, you know, I really didn't like that at all. It wasn't too good. You can clearly see from like videos from my impressions and like my views from impressions. Yeah, my CTR is pretty bad, but my average view duration is 7 minutes and 21 seconds, which is really good. Again, most of my people, the viewers that actually watch my videos or listen to my podcast, they hover around 50%. Podcast is a little higher, it's around 70-ish%, and about 30% complete the podcast. So it's like something around that range. But my YouTube is like 50-ish, 30 to 50-ish%, which is pretty good, which is pretty damn good for episodes that are like 20, 30 minutes each one on average. But yeah, you can clearly see like how this is different from that manner. And yeah, it's just interesting to see how this basically played out. And yeah, this was my review for Sprizzy. I personally would not recommend it. This was a finance channel that I basically tested out, a finance/podcast channel. So there wasn't obviously no like flashy things happening where you suck someone in. It's more so you're just talking to someone, letting them know your thoughts, your ideas, and, you know, just taking it from there. But yeah, again, my purpose was, or the goal was for them to like, again, this is why I was paying them, so they can target like podcast listeners, finance podcast listeners. And these people don't care if it's like flashy and whatnot. They just want to listen and they want to hear and understand and they want to grow their like financial literacy. Again, that's what the channel was about. That's what the video was about. That's what it was trying to do. It was trying to prepare people for the recession is coming, for the people who are scared, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, it just obviously just did not go down any of those routes. So yeah, my recommendation, don't use them. I've been getting a lot of those ads. You probably have been as well, because they've been like very much pushing it, because a lot of people are doing YouTube recently because of the current situation. And yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. I would just tell you to do it yourself. Learn it yourself is not that hard. Did it myself also. Probably save a ton more money. But the best way is to grow organically, so definitely go down that route. Yeah, overall, guys, if you like this video, please smash that like button. It helps a lot. It helps with that YouTube algorithm. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell. Other than that, FNH out. Peace.